Good evening. Welcome to update on the presidential election in Nigeria. I am Edward Amara, focused on Liberia, West African correspondent based in Kedima City, Eastern Province in the Republic of Sierra Leone. I know it's been hectic, it's been interesting, and it's been all around seeing what is going on in Nigeria amid all electoral process, and taking into consideration that Nigeria is a big brother country in Africa, a well-known, well-sophisticated, wealthy, economically strong, militarily powerful, and very influential in terms of population, infrastructure, economic development, in all and sundry, especially West Africa, and a very important ally to the international communities. And what happens in Nigeria almost affects every area into Africa. It is just like what we normally say. What affects the eyes will definitely end up affecting the entire face. So welcome to Focus on Liberia. This is Roundtable Africa. I'm here giving you updates on the latest development into Nigeria amidst other development in Africa. Now let us see. The main headliner is the opposition PDP, that is the People's Democratic Party, led by Atiku Abubakar, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and the ruling, the other opposition party, a new brand opposition party in Nigeria, known as the Labour Party, led by a man known as Peter Obi, maybe the only known Christian within the current presidential race into Nigeria. So let's see. We are seeing that the opposition candidate, Atiku Abubakar and Bola Awad, Peter Obi, maybe their representatives in the their representatives who are currently based in Abuja, listening, maybe following up, giving update to the latest election result in Nigeria, have actually boycotted the result given by the area where the election result have been announced in Abuja. They have actually boycotted the place. So let's see what actually is happening into Nigeria. Let's first start from ECOWAS, that is Economic Community of West Africa States. As I said initially, the body is actually being led by Amidst, that is the former president of Sierra Leone. Amidst, who was president in Sierra Leone from 2007 to 2018. He is the current leader of ECOWAS, who are actually sent as international observers to give critical analysis on the election result or how the conduct of the election in Nigeria. When the election happens in three phases, we have the before, that is the during, the campaign time and whatsoever. In the after is okay. The before is campaign and whatsoever. In the during is during the polling itself. Then the after is the responses, maybe reactions based on the election result that will be given. And in fact, the after is a very difficult one, definitely to manage, because when results are being announced, we have aggrieved party talks and whatsoever, and they end up to infiltrate the system. So let's see. The opposition have boycotted the announcement of the election result in Abuja, describing the entire process as fraudulent, and they are insisting that they will definitely not accept any result from INEC, that is the Independent Nigeria Electoral Commission, if those results are not coming from the portal, meaning the electronic based system that was set up by INEC to give official results on the electioneering process or the presidential election result that actually took place in Nigeria on Saturday. And prior to this time, INEC informed both the opposition party and the Nigerian populace alike that every result that will be given by them will definitely come from their portal. Unfortunately, INEC is now complaining that the system is being faulty, and they are going to ensure that they announce their results manually. In fact, they gave the people the hope, the confidence, the trust that All election results that are going to be announced will definitely be uploaded electronically, and whosoever that voted, in fact, by virtue of that, it will have just been INEC making the official announcement that this person has won. Everybody in Nigeria and the world at large would have known that it is this Mr. A or Mr. B or C that have won the election. But based on the prevailing circumstances, it's only left now with INEC to declare the result and who to verify, because you cannot no longer go to the portal to verify the result. Reason being, the electronic system have been declared faulty, and INEC will, as from now, not continue to take any result from the portal system. Reason being, the system has definitely been faulty. Okay, that is why. Then we have seen, let's see the Commonwealth. Commonwealth, when we talk about Commonwealth, we mean countries that once went under colonization, which we are once colonized by Great Britain. Any country that was once colonized by Great Britain is definitely, by default, will become a Commonwealth country. Although we have seen places like Togo becoming a Commonwealth nation, which was officially colonized by France, but she subscribed, or she became a member of Commonwealth nation something about last year, insisting that they want to become a bilingual country, and being a bilingual, it means they can speak both English and French, and at the same time have becoming a member of Commonwealth before start development, peace and progress, and they will get them more connected with places like England or maybe the English world per se. So Commonwealth actually was led by the former president of South Africa, Thabo Mbeki, the man who took over the realm of affairs of power just after Mandela or Nelson Mandela relinquished power. The man who took over power from him when he was succeeded by Jacob Zuma, and now we are seeing Cyril Ramaphosa on the helm of affairs. Actually, Commonwealth have declared the result to be free and fair, and Thabo Mbeki was so blunt, straightforward. He categorically stated that he is very happy, and the Commonwealth nations are very happy, and the institution as a body is very happy, because Nigerian, we are given the constitutional right to come out and exercise their franchise. And most of them who came actually did. Those who are not able to do so are now given the opportunity to either do it on the 11th of March 2023, when we'll be having the House of Representatives, that is the State House Assembly, and the National Assembly, and the gubernatorial election March the 11th. But those who we are disallowed to vote, or we are not allowed to vote on Saturday, especially in Bayelsa State, we are 141 polling stations we are cancelled. We are actually given the opportunity to vote today, and all of those elections are pending announcement amid all the controversy. And we had other controversies actually happened in Nigeria election. Some people we have like Boko Haram taking, they attack one station in Borno State. Then we also had some few fracases in Lagos, then in Katsina State and Kano and all of those places. But these were related issues, but they did not actually disturb the electioneering process in those states. Commonwealth actually had some few states that they actually visited or they went to observe, like Benin State, they went to Edo State, Kano, Lagos, Ondo State, Rivers State, and Sokoto. These were the places where Commonwealth actually did their observation, and they satisfied the election process to be free and fair. Although they made some admission that negligence on the side, or maybe about the delay of coming with the logistics. In fact, to our greatest amazement, or if not huge surprise, astonishment, some people even started receiving the ballot paper or seeing next time or INEC start coming to station 4 hours after the normal exercise was definitely declared over. So voting kept on going until the wee hours, if not the next morning during the daytime, until those areas were actually declared to ensure that election results actually were held. So let's see some of the places. Out of the results that have been declared, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is leading, but only a few states, around 8 states, is leading, 55%. while the opposition, PDP, is leading 31%, and the Labour Party is third in the roll with 8%. But mind you, these are only provisional results. Provisional results. And most of the results coming actually are coming from the ruling party stronghold. So by virtue of fact, by default of support, you must understand and accept the fact that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will definitely lead. But as I said initially, maybe there is a high possibility that this election will definitely go into a second round because of the failure of both the APC and PDP gave birth to a very new brand party, Peter Obi, who actually is a constituent by default from the opposition PDP party. But he promised to shake the Nigeria electoral, the traditional system of voting into Nigeria, maybe come up with new ideology, have a very new philosophy that he thinks and feels that is going to fill the Nigeria country with very new thing. Like, okay, let's see the PDP. Okay, let's start from the APC. APC won in Kwara State. They won in Gombe State. They won in Oyo State. They won in Ogun State. When I'm saying they are referring to the party, if I want to say he, I think it's Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He won in Kwara State, in Gombe State, in Oyo State, and in Ogun State. But then we are seeing like in the APC, the PDP won in Akwara State. That is by the man, Atiku Abubakar, who has actually contested for election 5 consecutive times in Nigeria, presidential election. He lost all and is contesting the 6th time. He won in Kwara State. He won in Katsina State, he won in Yobe State, and Adamawa State. Then we are seeing Peter Obi. Peter Obi won in Lagos State, and he also won in Enugu State. Some of the surprises could be like, Lagos State is a humiliation for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was there as governor for 2 consecutive times. According to him, he rebranded Lagos. He made the area to be a sophisticated society. And at the same time, Bola Ahmed Tinubu ensured that Lagos is a modernized one. He rebranded let me just say, maybe he reconstructed, he solidified, then he ensured that Lagos State become, the police force within Lagos State become a modernized one, and he made Lagos to have one of the strongest economics into Nigeria. Then also, but unfortunately, he lost that particular state to Peter Obi. Maybe because I said the youth in Lagos, they are urbanized, well sophisticated, well informed, and they are practically oriented. So with all of those empirical analysis based on what is happening to Nigeria, so they choose actually to support Peter Obi instead of the 70 years old Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So in Adamawa State, of course, it was taken over by the ruling, by the opposition PDP. But we're watching at the mites in Nigeria electoral system. Let's see Kwara State. Kwara State is actually based in the western part of Nigeria. But it is just like those of us who have been watching the English Premier League. Sometime before this time, they will tell you, football pundit will tell you that if somebody wins or if a club wins the Community Shield, then it is highly possible that they are going to win the Premier League. But I think that particular notion has been bastardized, if not well relegated, and we have not been seeing things like that happening. But if we are going to follow the minds of what happened into Nigeria election, maybe we can say Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to win. Because he has won this, it's a swing state, this Kwara State. It's actually based in the western part of Nigeria. He won it. It's landslide victory into Kwara State. We are seeing like the man who succeeded Olusegun Obasanjo, Alhaji Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, who succeeded Olusegun Obasanjo That was the time that Atiku Abubakar thought that he had all the opportunity to become the president of Nigeria. Unfortunately, Matthew Olusegun Obasanjo refused to support him. He went on to support Umar Yar'Adua, who was maybe just the way they are having controversy on the status or the health being of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. People we are saying even prior to the election that the man is sick, he may end up to die in power. And indeed, he died in power. So he won the state. Umar Musa Yar'Adua won that particular state. Matthew Olusegun Obasanjo won the state. Goodluck Jonathan won it. Then we are seeing even Muhammadu Buhari won it. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has also won that particular state. So people are saying that maybe, just maybe, if we are going to follow the meat of Nigeria election, then definitely Bola Ahmed Tinubu will win the election. But that is just a myth. It's not fact. It's not going to be based on evidence, because we are saying changes are taking place. Look at Katsina State, who is the home state of President Muhammadu Buhari. We are thinking that maybe it's a straightforward win for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Unfortunately, Atiku Abubakar won that particular state. He won the state, maybe because of the performance. In fact, the House of Fulanis, we are actually disappointed into the political administration of Muhammadu Buhari. The Fulani headsmen became so troublesome, so adamant. They made a lot of havoc into the Nigerian political system, and they started to attack other states, maybe because of head activity, grassland, or whatsoever thing. So this particular Kwara state is situated in western Nigeria. It borders Kogi State in the east, the Niger Delta State in the north, Ekiti and Osun State in the south, Oyo State in the west, then also Benin Republic. So it's situated, just maybe, I think this state have influence around this area. And if Bola Ahmed Tinubu managed to pull the trigger from that, I think he's watching with an eagle eye that definitely tradition will follow me. If tradition is going to follow, then Bola Ahmed Tinubu can go to bed with a man with two of the eyes closed. But based on what is happening today now, let's see, the opposition definitely has walked out of the announcement center in Lagos, Abuja, because they claim that INEC has deceived them. The promise being given to Nigeria as a nation and the oppositions as political institutions have never been lived up to. INEC promised everybody, even the world at large, that the electoral process of Nigeria is going to be reliable and credible. And people in Africa, especially the West, would rely on it maybe to conduct other elections. And other international bodies we actually invited to actually participate into the observation of the election. Unfortunately, the PVC system is failing them gradually. The electronic-based system has failed them, and now they are no longer collating the results electronically. The election results are being collated manually, and nobody now will have the opportunity to verify what INEC does or what it says. Reason being, these results are no longer going to be announced electronically based on the voter collection. Rather, it is based on manual collection. So this result now are highly vulnerable to being tampered with. Because you who voted in Katsina State, and based on automatic offloading of the results on the website through the portal, you would have known the result of Oyo State, of Katsina State, of Akwa Ibom State, even without getting it directly from INEC, but you will only be awaiting INEC official declaration. That system has now been abandoned because it has proven to be evidently faulty. And INEC has, on her own part, submitted that no longer I'm not going to continue collating results from the portal because it has been declared faulty. And instead of the world, Nigeria, waiting that in 5 days' time results are going to be declared or announced, now I think it has yet, yes, up to now we are still going to accept the 5 days, but maybe they said 5 days because the electronic system would have expedited the situation. But now it is not going to be so fast. Now we are seeing the opposition stronghold winning, maybe the ruling party losing into her stronghold to the opposition. But unfortunately, the opposition are crying foul. Too early to cry foul, and too early for any panic. But yet, it is up to them to complain. Because as they normally say, your mouth is your private property if you want to keep it shut. And normally we believe opposition will come out to bastardize the situation, maybe to condemn. And we know how all political parties in Africa will feel aggrieved, we feel being cheated, we feel being rigged whenever elections are not going in their favor. But so far so good, the ruling APC has not complained about the current election result being released because it is favoring her. 55% as of 5 p.m., then 31% for the PDP and 8% for the opposition LP. But based on preliminary result only from 8 states, we have 36 good states. By tomorrow or within before 10 p.m., other results will definitely come on and the result will keep changing. But for now, most of those results are actually coming from the ruling party stronghold. But a lot of surprises are taking place because Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Lagosian, the Lagos boy, has lost Lagos to Peter Obi. And Kashina, the hometown, the home state of Muhammadu Buhari, was lost to the PDP Atiku Abubakar. And we are still going to see a lot of surprises as the situation unfolds. Focus on Liberia. We keep up coming with the latest development on the Nigerian results. And maybe what happens in Nigeria will help to shape the system in both Liberia and Sierra Leone or West Africa at large. And we are praying and hoping that a very good example will be set in Nigeria so that we in Africa can emulate it. But for now, everybody is definitely afraid because Nigeria made a huge attempt to redesign the currency in an attempt to ensure that elections or voters are not being bought overnight. But all of those things, the currency redesignation actually went on, but it fell through because of certain circumstances. Enough note, we are not definitely printed, and people, there were shortage of cash even prior to the election. And up to now, we are now seeing there is discontent, there is mixed feelings, there is despondency now, but there is hope. Everybody is hoping that the right candidate will definitely be announced, and still Mahmoud Yakubu, the head of INEC, the Independent Nigeria Electoral Commission, will definitely do his own part, and we are hoping and wishing that what happens will definitely help to solidify peace into West Africa, and Nigeria will set a very brighter example that whatsoever thing that may come out from the election result will definitely be accepted. But Thabo Mbeki won. That is the head of the Commonwealth of Nations. That although they have declared the election result to be free and fair, but if anybody has a grievance, they should seek the legal channels, like going through the established court system. We all know the judiciary is the last hope of the common man on the street. So we are also expecting political parties to behave responsibly, to act according to the ambit of the laws, not to act outside the corridor of the law, and to ensure that they accept the result. Maybe Bola Ahmed Tinubu has started to behave responsibly based on his responsive to the Lagos result. He accepted the people's choice and promised that if he becomes president, he will definitely improve on what he failed to do throughout his days in Lagos. And he has urged his supporters to remain calm and accept the result as announced in Lagos. But the ruling APC is currently leading based on the provisional result being declared. And it is only Mahmood Yakubu, the head of INEC, Independent Nigeria Electoral Commission, has the temerity to announce Nigerians' result. Nobody else will definitely announce it, and it will not be valid until he can confirm it. And the ruling APC is currently leading. But some of the states that the opposition is definitely contesting against is like Ekiti State. And now they have summarized everything by saying that any result that was not uploaded to the portal, downloaded by INEC, and distributed to all other electoral officers, pending announcement, they will not accept it because there will be nothing to verify it. And when we watch at it logically, they are right. But if the system is faulty, let's see what will happen. We normally say when the desirable is not available, the available becomes the desirable. Thank you for listening, and I hope to join you maybe 8 p.m. if there is no other program going on. We will give you another update on the unfailing event in Nigeria. Thanks for listening. It's been me, Edward Amara, Focus on Liberia, West African correspondent. Thanks for listening.